Hey, this is David Keller, CEO of Spartan Roofing and Siding. We're here on one of our projects where we're replacing the siding with James Hardie siding. We'll be painting afterwards as well. I wanted to explain this project a little bit. Right now we've got our guys working on removing the existing material. You can see on that section over there around the windows up above, we've already removed the old siding. Now there's no backer board, there's no substrate or structure for us to nail the new siding to. So in this particular case, we have OSB plywood that we're going to be installing so that we can create the structure and support for the new siding that will be installed. We're going to go over that construction in just a moment, but first we've got to take off the old material, as you can see them doing now. And once we do that, we have access and we have exposure to the insulation behind the walls. And we're going to be covering that up and making sure that it's airtight, watertight, no moisture, no critters, nothing are going to be getting into the home moving forward. When they removed the siding around the other sides of the house, they've already found a number of hornets' nests and other critters trying to get into the home. So the customer is looking forward to having all those issues resolved once we get this new James Hardie material on there, which the critters are not very happy about chewing through or getting through, especially once we get it properly sealed. So let's work our way now over to the side of the house. We'll take a look and see. There's already some siding that's been replaced, so come on over this way. This section of the home has already been replaced. You can see this side here, the chimney's been replaced, and the upper gable as well. So this is what the Hardie material looks like once it's installed. This is called the Hardie primed siding. And this is the 8¼ inch plank with 1x4 trim being installed. So this is what it looks like before we paint. And like I said, it's a primed material, so it's already ready to be painted. It's ready to accept that paint and to have a beautiful finish on it. And so this is what it looks like before any paint actually goes on it. And once we paint it, it's going to look beautiful. It's going to look the color and the design that the customer has chosen specifically. A few things to notice about the construction here. On all the windows, we want to make sure that we install some of the Z flashing. This is going to help shed the water away from the window and prevent any water from getting back behind and into the home. Windows is a big problem and a big area of water penetration around a house. A lot of homes have the old wood trim around the window, and the problem that you get is that it ends up rotting over time. And once it rots, it creates areas of penetration for the water to get in. So you don't want water getting in, particularly up in the top. And even though we're installing this fiber cement board that's not going to rot over time, it's got a 30-year warranty on the material itself, but even though we're installing this material around here, we're still going to install a metal Z flashing up above there to help shed the water away from the window in case it gets behind the siding. But this is what it looks like here. Another thing to mention here, you see you have trim here and you have trim on this side. We've installed the siding in between, and we install the siding on the side of it. This method of installation is called the butt-to method. We're taking the plank and we're butting it up against the trim board here. And so you have more of a flush look to it. Another design, another option is for the trim to be installed on top of the Hardie plank. That's another option. We prefer the butt-to method. It looks cleaner. It's a better finish in our opinion. And it has a really beautiful aesthetic once everything comes together, a little bit more intentional, a little bit more finished out, in my opinion. So this is the method that we prefer, and we install this most often, unless a customer requests otherwise, which doesn't happen very often. But another thing to notice up above here, this is a good, this project here, we're actually replacing all of the soffit and the fascia as well on this project. So if you come around the corner here, you'll see up here, this is the fascia board right here, and that's the soffit board up there. You'll see that we replaced all the soffit up along here with H molding in between. And that allows just to make sure that the entire home has been replaced with this proper material on the exterior, and it's going to ensure that there's no rot in different areas. Sometimes we just put the siding on, depending on what the customer's looking to do. If we're not able to replace the fascia or the soffit, then eventually you will have problems with it if it is wood, because wood is eventually going to rot. It's very common for us to run into issues with the fascia rotting and having to be repaired or replaced. And so by putting the James Hardie fascia up there, the customer is eliminating that problem for a very, very long time, at least 30 years. Again, the material warranty is 30 years. But this is a nice opportunity for us to replace all of that. Now let's look at the construction here of this actual siding. So you saw the front of the house where we had taken off the old siding. It was down to the studs and you saw the insulation exposed. Well, same thing back here. When we pulled everything off, it was exposed to the studs with the insulation exposed. We then came on and we installed the OSB backer board on there to provide additional rigidity and structure to the home. It helps to hold the home together, first of all, but then also, even more importantly for us, is it creates a nailable surface for us to be able to nail the Hardie board onto the actual surface here. So we start with the OSB, we get that installed, and then we install this moisture barrier. This is a moisture barrier to prevent the water from getting in. Should the water get behind the siding at any point in time, doesn't matter because it's going to hit this moisture barrier and run all the way down to the bottom and run out. Another thing that we install in between each of the planks where they butt together are these metal flashing pieces here. And this is something that we offer that not every other contractor will offer this particular product, but we install these in between so that when the water sheds down, should it get behind in any way, it's going to come off of here and run all the way down and not get behind. And the moisture barrier wouldn't even be necessary at that point, but still we have it, of course. So we have the OSB, we have the moisture barrier, we have the plank flashing in between, and then we have the planks themselves. Another thing that's important here to notice is that with the James Hardie specifications, the way that we install it and the way we were trained by James Hardie to install it is to install the nails along the top here. So if you look around here, you're going to notice that there aren't any exposed nails. The nail heads shouldn't be exposed, and that's intentional because we want to make sure that there are as few nails as possible exposed throughout the process. And that means that you've installed it properly and that it's going to last for the long term. Essentially, and these, there's a gap here. It's allowed to run off. That's what this flashing is for. So the water, if it does get behind there, it's able to work itself down, in particular in these gaps. Well, here's another thing to keep in mind as well. We want there to be some space between the planks. We allow for that space so that the home can flex and shift just a little bit. Because here in San Antonio in particular, the soil has clay in the soil, and with the heat and with the rain, you get fluctuations on the foundation. So that's a challenge. And so right here we have we leave a gap in between the planks in order to allow for that flexing of the foundation. If we were to caulk in between these planks and the home were to shift, it breaks the seal on that. And first of all, it doesn't look very good. And second of all, it could create an exposure in there, especially if whoever installed it didn't use one of these flashing pieces behind it. And so these flashing pieces are essential in the construction to allow for the flexing of the home, the shifting or adjusting of the home, but it still keeps it watertight and doesn't ever allow any water back in there. So the fascia being replaced, the 8 1/4 inch plank, Hardie plank lap siding that laps over itself, and then you have the trim on the corners as well. This is the complete package, and we're working our way across the whole home. Looking forward to seeing how this is going to look when we're finished. We're demoing here right now at this house. We're installing new James Hardie siding, and we've got the guy up there. He's pulling off this existing material. This is actually James Hardie material. The problem is whoever installed this did not install it properly. You're supposed to have a backer board behind the James Hardie material when you install it. And as you can see here, they didn't install a backer board. They installed it directly over the studs. The problem with that is that the material isn't designed to stand alone. It's designed to be reinforced by a backer board. And unfortunately, this material is weaker if it's not in a position to be reinforced by the backer board. So taking a look here at this material, you see the James Hardie material right here. It's a fiber cement board. And so you see here it's made basically of concrete with some fiberglass, I believe, inside there. And so it's reinforced, it's much stronger, especially when it has a backer behind it. It's a very, very durable material. It doesn't rot. It's a terrific product. and it looks like wood and everything. So this is a great product. What is primarily installed on this home is what we call masonite. Actually, this is more of a particle board. This house has a few different types of materials on it, but this is a particle board. It's basically it's just sawdust basically glued together, as you can see. And the problem with that is that over time, it's going to rot faster and easier. It's not as durable, it's not going to hold up as well, and eventually it's going to fail much sooner than the James Hardie product would. So this is the type of product that we are commonly replacing. The other material that I'd mentioned is masonite. It's actually even much less durable than this. Both of these products are like wood. They like to drink up and absorb moisture and water. And so that's where you get a lot of failure here. And you have some discoloration and growth here as well on this side of it as well. That's also problematic, especially if something is rotting on one of the edges here. See, this is an unpainted edge. The unpainted edge is the perfect location for water to get absorbed into these products. And so because that's exposed, this is an area where the water gets in, it rots, you can get some buildup on the back of it as well. And this is causing potentially much more damage behind your wall and your home, and you may not ever even know it. So again, the James Hardie material is just a superior product in the long run. It's going to protect your home in a better way. That's why we generally recommend the James Hardie material. And we are generally replacing this type of material, masonite or particle board.